No, it's on my. Yeah. What's going on, guys? We're back. We're back. Medi's covering his face. I don't know why. His face was pretty bare before. Anyway, guys, we're coming on. We're waiting for Versace Cowboy to get on. Should be a good stream. We're going to have a little chat about some issues that are facing the right wing and have been for a long time, and just some lessons to kind of help you get by in a political world and not do the right. Hey, show us your singlet, Medi, man. What is it? Ned Kelly. Put your mic on. I can't even hear.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, mate. We did that whole practice run, and you fucked up.
There you go.
Hey, that's nice, but hey, you're getting a bit of muscle, mate. You're doing push-ups or something.
Yeah, I need to keep fit, man. With the lockdown, you got to stay fit. So,
mate, I'm getting whiter. I'm eating a lot.
And for those who doubt it, look at that white skin. Greeks are white, mate. The proof is right there. Look how white I am. I mean, the light in my room is like shining on my skin.
What about Southern Greeks?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just know that I'm white. So for all the naysayers,
wasn't there a time where some Africans ended up over there and bred in with your people?
That was the Moors in Sicily. I'm not Sicilian, so the Greeks were never colonized by Moors or Africans, so to speak.
It didn't travel downstream by accident, or someone leaked it into the water.
No. The Greeks they're pure, so we don't have any, contamination, so to speak. So it's all good, man.
Well, that's good to know. Hey, I just remembered. Hang on. I've got it. It's all good. I thought I was gonna have to run into the other room to get me vape. So if you hear me vaping, I'm not pulling a bong. It's an actual vape. But I'll try and mute it when I do because it sounds really annoying. But anyway, so Melbourne, we're locked down. Look, this is just a one-time video, guys. We're not going to do this too often, but we've come on for a specific reason, which we'll reveal later. So tune in, get ready to hear some stuff. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be awesome. But first off, let's talk about my mate. Do you want to hear about my mate that tried to cross the New South Wales border today?
Sure, go for it.
Apparently, he was trying to cross the border. He's a volunteer, yeah, and he volunteers with sports and helps. Yeah, don't sit like that, Medi. Don't sit like that's cringe ass. Please, you can do what you want, but I'm just giving you some advice. It doesn't look very good. And he tried to cross. Hey, can you take? Are you wearing the sunnies to be inconspicuous, or are you just wearing them?
No, Reg is my father, so I've got in after him, man. He's my father. Yeah.
Hey, all right. If you want to wear them, fair enough. Everyone in the comments is telling you to take them off. Yeah, so my mate tried to cross the border today. If you're just tuning in, guys, we're having a little bit of a chat before the main event appears, Versace Cowboy. But my mate tried to cross over to New South Wales and Albury, and they said, you can cross, but you have to sign this bit of paper, this new legislation. You have to sign it to say you don't have COVID and something else. He refused. He said, I'm not signing it. So they arrested him. They arrested him on the Victorian side, handcuffed him, drove him across the border to New South Wales, and they've refused him bail. And he's got to go to court tomorrow morning to see if he can get out of jail. Insane.
That's pretty harsh. I mean, refusing bail, I would have thought they would have let him off bail. Did they give him a reason why? Was it because he might be infected or something? What was the...
Well, the charge was... I'll read you the charge. My phone's going dead. But I'll read you the charge that the New South Wales police force posted on their social media account bragging about arresting him. Hang on a sec. Because it was New South Wales cops, but they're on the Victorian side for some reason, which is... I don't know how that works. Hang on, let me check this out. Yeah, he was charged with not comply with noticed. I don't know what that means. Is that some new legislation under the Emergency Act?
No idea, but maybe it's one of those emergency ones, because I know that they've got new directions and stuff. If you don't comply, you can be arrested, so it might be one of those ones.
Oh, we've got Dusty in the chat. Hey, Dusty, I'm doing this because you kind of taught me how to use StreamYard yesterday. That's why I'm using this. Legend. I did enjoy Dusty on that that mate, could you turn your phone off like when we're doing a video,
Sorry.
Medi?
Apologies.
That's rude and shit, man. But yeah, anyway. No, I'm just fucking with you. So Dusty had a show. What was I getting to? Dusty had a show last night, and I kind of learned how to use StreamYard, so that's why I'm using StreamYard. But I was going to say something else. I forget. Anyway, go on, Medi. Tell us about your day.
What?
We're trying to kill time here, so tell us about your day.
I'm
What did
just
you do
like every average Aussie. I'm working from home, just taking it easy, trying to stay sane. But we've got 6 weeks of even, more harsher restrictions. And I was talking to a mate of mine about what this all means, I guess. And it seems, because I went shopping a week before the BLM rally, and I went to a particular shopping place, and it was all dead. No one was there. All the cafes were closed. There's no foot traffic at all, nothing. Then I went to the same place a week after the BLM rally, and then it was pretty much packed. Everyone was like there. Within a week and a half, the mood just changed. And it seems to me like even if only a few people got infected at the Black Lives Matter rally, it seems that because Daniel Andrews sort of told people that they're not going to get fined, that sent a message to all Victorians who heard that, and they're like, okay, if 40,000 people aren't going to get fined, I'm going to go to my local cafe and have a coffee. I'm going to go visit my grandparents. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And that probably explains why within a week and a half, everything was packed. And it's not just me that noticed. I spoke to a lot of my friends about this, and pretty much everyone knows the same thing, that a week before and a week after the BLM rally, things changed on the streets of Melbourne. And it seems to be that the message that Dale Andrews sent by telling people it's okay to go to the rally and you're not going to get fined, basically everyone internalized that and said, okay, well, if you're not going to get fined, I'm not going to get fined either. So they started traveling more. And that's what's caused all the spikes in infections. And thanks to his short-sightedness, now we've got to be in restriction mode for a lot longer because he didn't want to upset his supporters.
That's great. Yeah, but I want to get more into like what is Daniel Andrews like? I mean, what you just said then, 100% I agree with, very factually correct. But if you look at this guy, he looks like a degenerate. His ears are funny. His eyes are looking in different directions. He has a hunchback. He looks odd. Do you agree?
He's a bit of a creep like Bill Shorten. I think Bill Shorten has the same sort of weird look to him, like a bit of a creep,
Bill has those sweaty things on the front of his chest flopping around. What are they?
Man boobs?
Yeah, the man boobs.
Yeah.
And he made an appearance to the what are they calling them on the media now? They're calling them towers. Now, I've noticed everyone's calling them towers. They're towers. I've never heard that term used for commission flats, ever. It's just a new invention. The media are just saying towers. Towers means something grand, like Trump Tower, the Twin Towers. They're commission flats. And I'm not putting people down. I had friends that lived in commission flats. I'm not putting them down at all. But, mate, say what it is. Say what it is.
Say what it is.
Say what it is. But anyway, yeah, getting back to Daniel Andrews, he looks odd.
Well,
he looks very weird, Medi.
I think the power got to him. I think he's been in power for so long, he's kind of thinks that he can get over anything. And that's what all this jumbling up of everything, he kind of felt that, he can not find these people and he'll get away with it. Turns out that a lot of people who were supporting him now are against him, especially business owners. A lot of business owners are really pissed off because I talk to a lot of business owners as part of my job, and everyone on the phones in my conferences with them, they're all really annoyed that, that right now they're not getting the amount of money. And that's affecting my job as well because people aren't spending. Because everyone's worried about, spending money when there's no guarantee it's going to come in the next couple of months. Especially at the end of the financial year, everyone's really busy as well. It's just ridiculous. So it's affecting everyone. All his stuff ups are affecting everyone. It's annoying.
He's a full stooge, man. He's locked up the African community and treating them like criminals, like slaves.
Well, like a zoo. It's like a zoo almost. It's like a zoo. It seems like a zoo, It's
how
really
could you treat people like that? It reminds me of World War II when they locked up all the foreigners, like the Germans, I think none of the Greeks, the Italians, and the Japanese, mate. Like, they're internment camps. They're in internment camps, man. Those poor Africans. Oh, Bearing's on. Bearing commented. What a legend. Hey, Bearing, I'll crack 3 eggs on my head if I can interview you.
Well, funny you say that, Neil, because today, if you go on my YouTube channel, Zorba Dundee, I did upload a video of someone doing exactly that, trying to score an interview with Milo. So if anyone wants to watch that video, it's pretty embarrassing. It just shows just the extent of attention-seeking culture we have, especially the young women these days, people that just want attention, women especially who just revel off online fame. It's just ridiculous, you know? So if you want to see an example of that sort of
slow down. We'll get into it later. I know you're excited. Just
have a few shots of wine. All right, relax. Shots of
have some rakia.
I had some rakia. All right.
I just want to say I thank you for coming on tonight. It was a bit late notice, Medi, but thanks for coming on the Senator Slayer show. And it's nice to see you. You know, you got the glasses on. You got the flag around your neck. You got the Ned Kelly singlet, you know. So you're really dressed up for the occasion. So thanks, mate.
Well, I take your invite seriously. Like, if I've got an invite to this show and then got an invite to, you know, I don't know, some sort of high class dinner, I'd choose you over them, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like, that's fucked up. Anyway, let's get into my case. While we're waiting for the main event. Sorry guys but hey, we've got a good amount of viewers. It was like 55 viewers. It's not too bad, considering this is like the first live I've done. Thanks for all the support, guys. That's awesome. So anyway, Medi, I've been talking to you about this case that's coming up in November. There's one first appearance I've got to go to. There's 2 charges, yeah. So the 2 charges are exactly the same. And disturbing religious worship. Have you heard of this charge before, Medi? Ever? Before I told you?
No, I only heard it when it became front page news when it happened to you. Before that, I've never heard of it before.
Yeah, well, I've never heard of it either. It's like 120 years old. They just it's like they had a barrel in the back of the police station, and they're like, oh, Neil Erickson again. What do we do? And they went out to the back, grabbed this barrel, and they just stuck their hand in it and just started scraping the bottom of it. And then, boom, this charge popped out. Disturbing religious worship. That's rarely used. It's not even used. And they charged me twice for it. I've been charged 3 times, in New South Wales as well. What is this charge? What does it mean?
Well, once it's over, I think we're going to expect a lot of videos about this once the court case is over. So maybe just hold off till then. But to cut a long story short, it's obviously politically motivated. They're pulling at strings because they got nothing else to do, and they just want to waste your money, waste your energy, waste your time. That way, your energy is diverted to all these court cases as opposed to activism and politics. That's their strategy.
Interesting. Hey, thanks, Dusty, for sharing the stream to 10 Telegram pages. Legend.
By the way,
you go.
Versace's asking for the link, so maybe send him the link.
Oh, yeah, I'll send it to him now. Oh, shit, hang on. Let me figure this out. Tell Versace to inbox me his email. Oh, no, I might. Yeah, inbox me his email.
Versace, you are just send Neil your email, and he'll email you the link and go from there.
Sweet. Well, we're gonna get stuck into it, guys. This is going to be a very interesting conversation. I'm glad that Baron's in the chat. That's awesome. I've been watching his videos for a long time now, and especially his Young Turks videos. I used to like watching them when he gives it to the Young Turks. That Anna Kasparian.
Don't get me started with her.
She had a mysterious nose, and then she got it cut off.
It was like a natural canopy. Which begs the question, is she actually Armenian? Maybe she's something else.
I'll just share it in here. Fuck it. I'll share it in this group. Oh, shit. Hang on. Just keep talking, Medi. I'm a boomer. Hang on. Let's figure this shit out. Tell the viewers a story. An interesting story.
Interesting story. Oh, no.
Why don't you tell them about that time when at the African festival when you
Oh my god.
made them signs up, and that was pretty funny.
Okay, well, as a lot of people probably recall, maybe I think almost 2 years ago now, Neil went and upstaged an African festival event by going on the stage and saying something political. What did you say again? You said something like,
I said white power. No, I didn't say that.
No, you said something else.
I said, what did I say?
I forgot what you said. Damn it.
It's okay to be white.
It's okay to be white. Yes, that was back when it's okay to be white was a thing, and we were planning on doing something, and we went to this African event. We had a few beers beforehand at a local pub, and then all of a sudden we said, "Fuck it, let's just go to this African thing and do something." And I gave you the idea. I'll make that clear. I gave you the idea. Me, Medi.
Oh, here we go. Sorry, mate. Hey, Versace, mate, what are you doing?
What's going on, boys?
It's Versace Cowboy, man. How are you?
Nice to see you guys again. How you been?
Good.
Not bad, mate. We're getting some good viewers, mate. Everyone's excited to hear what you've got to say, mate, I think.
Me? Oh, Jesus. Bloody hype me up a bit. I don't know if I can follow through.
Mate, we've got 72 people watching. Jesus.
72?
Yeah.
I followed it house in Springvale. They're all watching it, all the people that live there.
We had 51 before. We had 51 viewers before, but it's gone to 74, so that's good.
What's going on with the outfit, Medi?
I don't know. I'm feeling I'm exercising a lot, so I do my push-ups, do my sit-ups, and that's why I'm dressed like this.
I thought you've had an incident with a government car, mate. You're going for compo.
No, all good, mate.
He's got into the pharmaceutical business with Reg.
With Reg selling fingers. Reg is a legend, isn't he?
He's not bad. Yeah, he's not bad.
I can't stay on too long, boys, because I'm not at home yet. I've actually had to stop in at a mate's house to get on because I'm living a bit far away from work at the moment. So I thought I better pop in down to my mates and jump on. So I can't stick around too long.
You're the main topic here, so tell us what happened.
Let me just start it like this, yeah? And I'll try and be as brief as possible. Now, I've been in the movement for a long time, yeah? And there's one rule you don't do. You don't inbox the left with info on the right. Ever. Okay? Doesn't even matter how much you hate the person. And you never correct the left. Now, back when I went to a Fraser Anning meeting, I think you were there, Versace Cowboy. Medi, I think you were there. And I know you didn't come, Medi. Ricky got a egg boy in a headlock, yeah? And for 3 days straight on Twitter, I received death threats because all the left said it was me. That was Erickson. I received death threats for 3 days. Everyone was blaming me. Did I stand up and say, hey, left, you're wrong. It was Ricky. Ricky did it. No, because why would I correct them? Why would I correct them? So what happened in the last few days, Versace, mate? What's happened to us?
Basically, we've been framed, I think. It started off as the Elwood 2, but it's now referred to as the Elwood 3 because after apparently there was evidence pointing into Senator Slayers in my direction, like not just evidence, but, an actual whole story going on. And then once that got proven to be incorrect, it went on to a third one, but we're still getting blamed for it. So basically what's happened is, from what my understanding anyway, is Piss Pants Peter Grace, for those who don't know him, is a left-wing troll, goes and harasses people online a lot, especially the right-wingers. He's just an old guy. He pissed his pants at Fed Square, I believe. I read an interesting article about that. But he's been delivered diapers now to his house. I'm assuming that's because he's pissed his pants once at Fed Square. I'm not sure. But after that's happened, it appears that Senator Slayer and myself were the number one targets blamed, which, fair enough, we're trolls, but how he came about that information, which is incorrect, is the issue. It's not that he blamed us. That's not the issue. It's how he came up with that information that's the issue here. That's what we're talking about.
So basically, to the viewers, yeah? So this guy is a lefty, yeah? He's a degenerate. We're enemies with him, yeah? He's been making videos mocking us, mocking everyone else on the right for 5 years. Not a big fan. I don't think I've ever spoke to. I think I spoke to him in a chat, like not a chat, a comment on my Facebook once, just bagging him. He was bagging me back, and I banned him. But what happened was 3 or 4 days ago, someone sent diapers to his house, or no, sorry, dropped them off.
We thought they were sent.
Yes, we thought. We started from the start. So someone dropped diapers off to his house. I heard about it after the fact, and I thought it was hilarious. I didn't do it. I was 200 kilometers away, and you, Versace, you're at work.
I was at work. I wish I did it. They would have given me a bronze statue down at where I am. So for doing it, it's legendary.
We all wish we did it. We didn't do it though. But what the problem is that someone on our side inboxed him with our names, telling him we done it, so the police can come to our houses and interrogate us or arrest us. Who knows? And this person is a person by the name of Dia Beltran or Claudia Benitez. Look, I've got issues with her. I'm not going to get personal in this. I've got issues with her for a long list of things. I'll probably get into a couple of them later. But the thing is, she actually went out of her way and inboxed Grace our names. She came back and then said, because we found out because Grace put a post up saying that she told him. We said, Dia, why did you tell Grace? She said, I didn't. And then she started swearing at you, saying we're liars or we're being paranoid. We find out 2 days later that she got another guy. I won't mention him, but he suffers from a mental disability. She told him to inbox Peter Grace, a lefty, with our names. She's shifty as shit. She was trying to throw us under the bus. She even said in the messages, I don't care. If I'm contacted, I'm going to throw them under the bus.
So she was trying to cover her tracks? She was trying to cover her tracks by getting someone else to message Peter. Is that correct?
Yeah, she's trying to get someone else to do it, because Dia relies on simps, yeah, guys who will work for her or do things for her. She never does anything herself, and she never apologizes. All we want is an apology. Don't go, because I don't want the police coming to my house.
5 to 7 minute apology.
Yeah, well, whatever. She needs to apologise and own up to it. You don't contact the left. You don't snitch on your mates. Even if the police did contact her or something, because she's claiming that her name was on a package, it wasn't. I'll tell you that now, it wasn't. Even if the police come, you don't have to tell them anything, Dia. Like, why are you going running off? And then she's also talking to Peter Grace's wife. They're having a big chin wag about how bad we are, and she's a centrist, etc.
I do have to correct one thing, though. You're correct on everything else except she didn't inbox our names. She inboxed the usernames, which still that was her excuse of, I didn't name anyone. Yeah, well, you kind of did, but it wasn't our names, like our full names, but it was our...
No. She told Logan... Oh, I won't say his name. She told him to send Peter Grace and tell him that it wasn't her, it was us. Yes. Mentioned your name and mentioned my name and said it was them. And then she turns around and plays victim, like, oh, I've done nothing. But this is the kind of attitude we don't want on the right, mate. You should never go to the left, ever. And... like, the reason we're doing this video, it's a life lesson, mate. If you're on the right, don't contact the left at all. Don't even have a chat to them, mate. And this brings me back to, do you remember the gay church we went to?
Oh, yeah, I've seen the footage of that once.
Okay. After that happened, she went around telling everyone that she didn't invite me and she didn't know I was filming. She drove me to the church. She begged me to go. I went. I used her phone to film it. I logged into my YouTube off her phone. After she loses her job somehow, resigns or whatever, she blames me for it, but she posts it on her own Facebook. She runs around calling everyone in the movement, so they all call me up and have a go. I never say it. Then during this court process, I find out she's actually sent an email to the gay church apologising and basically dropping me in the shit. I found out during this court process. I said, where's the email? Oh, it's gone missing. This girl, she has no loyalty whatsoever. Like, just keep your mouth shut about things, Like,
let me get this straight. So she actually emailed the gay church to apologise for your behaviour, her behaviour.
Well, apparently my behaviour was wrong.
Okay, so this is a girl who's claiming to be Christian and who's against gay marriage, yet she's emailing gay churches an apology for a political stunt, which she was directly involved in, and throwing up under the bus again.
Yeah,
it
basically.
sounds like a revolving door, really, doesn't it? Like, just one thing, the heat gets a bit hot, and then someone runs out of the kitchen and throws everyone under the bus, or throws people under the bus and ducks away and hides for a bit. and then comes back out and does it again.
This is the stuff we know about. If she was talking to Grace or getting other people to talk to Grace about people on our side of politics, and that's what we just know right now. What's to say he hasn't done it before?
Look, hey, there's a bunch of other things I could say right now that would send the chat crazy about something she's done to a very prominent nationalist, probably the biggest in Australia. I won't mention on this chat. This is not a Bash Dia episode. This is just, dude, be careful out there, yeah? Because if someone's sending names to the left, at least you know who does it, yeah? So just be careful what you post. Be careful what you tell her. Look, some people want to be in politics to change Australia. I'm in it because I love trolling the left, or I used to love trolling the left. I enjoy it, and I'm also a nationalist, obviously. Some people are in it to be controversial, to be famous, but when that controversy comes, they fold up like a cheap box and then go and leak everything to the left. Any right-winger who tells you they're a centrist, dump them in the bin, mate. Dump them in the bin. They're fence sitters, mate.
But basically, you only become a centrist when you can't handle the criticism from what you're getting. So you just sort of sit on the fence and go, yeah, like, oh, no, but what about this and all that? So if you're sitting on the fence, then just sit on the fence the whole time. Don't flop left to right, or don't flop right to centre. Just sit on the fence the whole time, and don't penetrate the circles if you don't want the criticism that comes with it. Just don't get involved.
And do you know what they say about centrists is that people sit on the fence, so to speak, want to be friends with everyone. If you're a friend to everyone, you're a friend to no one.
The problem is she's trying to appeal to both sides. She's not going to appeal to both sides. It's impossible.
You can't do that. Yeah.
You're trying to appeal to everybody. You appeal to no one. So choose a side, D. Are you left? Are you right? Like, this centrist stuff. It's just a joke. Look, I don't want Dia to feel like we're piling on, as she likes to say it. But look, this needs to be known, because I'm going to probably have the police come to my house again for the 50th time this year. You yourself as well, Versace. Quite possibly, they love to jump the gun with us, like bring out all the stops, get the inspectors involved and everything. So they will come to our house to investigate a crime we didn't even do.
It'll be a perfect way for them to, it's a free kick for them to come and investigate a person who's a nationalist, or a person, especially with all the, you see on the news and stuff. Not that I really watch the news too much anyway, but you see all the time that they're always hounding right-wingers, saying, they're going to come down on right-wingers hard. They're going to investigate them. They're bringing in new legislation to investigate, and they can take your phone off you and do everything now. It's basically, it's going to give them a free kick to come and investigate. It's something so pathetic and so small that I wouldn't mind too much if I actually done it. But I'm more annoyed that names were leaked, regardless of whose names they were. But if I'd actually done it as well, it'd be like, well, fuck, maybe I shouldn't have trusted so many people, But the fact that it was just thrown under the bus for no reason other than bragging rights, I guess, or maybe a bit of bitterness from something, that's basically all it comes down to. And that's the most annoying and disheartening thing is about all this.
I think it was a combination of two things. I think it was bitterness against you and Neil. I think because of personal stuff was between you, but also it was also about protecting her ass, basically, just like she did with the gay church thing, and probably other times as well. But it was a combination of getting back at you for whatever reason, and also just to protect herself from possible legal issues, or just being a darling of the left. Like, she wants leftists to like her.
But that would make sense if you're going to protect yourself. I could sort of accept that. But the fact that we've now found out that there was no return address because it was delivered there by a person or people, that the whole argument was, I was going to get blamed for it because it was in my name, my address, the return address, which has now turned out to be another lie. So there was really no reason to go and just drop names to the left at all. It's not even protecting yourself. It's just making you look worse by lying even further, because it was dropped off while I was at work, while Neil was 200 plus kilometres away. And now, once that got found out, a third person who isn't here, but we won't name who the third person who's been accused of it is now, which I've never met that person before in my life. So if they've done it, then good on them. Like, I'd take my hat off to them and have a bit of a laugh, But
essentially, whoever dropped off the package never sent it via mail. They just literally dropped it off.
That's right.
Person's residence.
It wasn't a package. It was just literally like you've bought an apple and put it at someone's doorstep. That's what my understanding of.
So
There's no return address, no name on it, no
And the
link
thing is,
back to anyone.
we didn't do it. We did not do it at all. And she just said it because, hey, I don't like these guys. I think they know about it. I knew about it afterwards. I'm assuming she might have thought that. It doesn't mean you can go and accuse someone, drop their names to the left. Now, a lot of people out there are probably like, who cares? Who cares? Trust me, when you're in this movement and the left get anything on you, like anyone shows weakness, you're done. Like, Dee has just shown how weak she is to give up the names. They're going to hold her to that to the end. Like, they're going to always go to Dia. They're always going to, like, I don't hate the girl. I wish her the best, man, but you can't be doing this. And the biggest thing is she never apologizes. She never turns around and says, hey, guys, I stuffed up. Yeah, but it keeps happening. You know, it keeps happening with her. It's all this drama with the left. Where do you stand? And the thing is, this centrist crap, the whole establishment is against the right. The whole establishment, the media, the government, the education system is all against us. So being a centrist, so what, you're on their side as well? Dude, we've got enough people after us all critiquing us. Why are you going to be a centrist? Why are you going to, like, sit in the middle and kind of defend both arguments? Dude, you chose to be a right-winger. You chose to interview me and be friends with me, Blair Cottrell, etc. Don't cry now because there's some controversy, yeah? Like, I warned her, like, you shouldn't have me on your show. You're going to cop a lot of flack. Oh, I don't care. Come on my show, Neil. Please, please, please. All right, I'll do it. She copped a lot of flack, and then for the next week, I received text messages going, oh, what do I do? Everyone's attacking me because you were on my show. I told you. Like, if you want to be controversial, expect the controversy. Like, it's pretty simple, man. Like, don't just fold.
Yeah, you got to take the hits. You got to accept that with the territory comes the criticism. And on top of that, do you know what's interesting? When this whole thing happened, that it blew up on Telegram, she blocked me. She blocked you. She blocked a couple of people, and she wasn't responding. Like, she didn't want to give it oxygen, which I think sort of gives testament to the fact that she's guilty, because someone that doesn't want to respond to this sort of stuff is obviously guilty. But if she was innocent and she never accused us and accused you guys, of what you apparently did, but you never did, she would have been outraged at those accusations and she would have defended herself a lot more strongly. So whenever someone gets accused of something they never did, okay, they will be coming out and saying, oh, I never did that. She didn't do that. Her reaction was very passive. She just ignored it. She tried to hide under the rug, which basically gives testament that she's definitely guilty.
Yeah, she seems to always have a pre-written statement in reply that takes 2 days to reply. She doesn't just converse with you. Oh, yeah, look, I did this, and why did you do this? Or I did. She has like a statement to cover all angles, and then she gets caught out each time. Like, oh, I didn't tell him your names. How dare you? Like, blah, 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 making us look bad. Oh, okay, you didn't tell us the names. Oh, okay, there's a screenshot from your mate that you specifically told him, go and tell him my names. So, look, it may seem petty, it may seem like disinteresting to some people, but this is big, man. Like, you can't be doing this. Don't go off and attack Dia either. Just let her go, man. But just remember, centrist, be careful. Be very careful. What do you reckon, Versace?
Yeah, I got to agree with you on that. There's not really much more to say to it than that. Apart from, it's probably more disappointing and disheartening than anything else. Look, at first there was evidence proving it was us. It was Senator Slayer and myself. Then it turns out that there was no evidence because a third person then got blamed, which then an apology should come into the mix. But that never happens. So, like, where to go from here? Do they just keep going on and blaming other people until someone just goes, fuck it, I'll take the rap for it, which there's not really a crime committed anyway that I know, but the cops are going to come around and knock on people's doors. And just because they want a free kick to be able to investigate some nationalists. But and unfortunately, it looks like somebody that's supposedly on our side has given them the ball to do that. So that's the worst part about it all. I'm just hoping that we all learn from it and hopefully that, tighten the circles up and trust a few less people and who the good ones out there are, and simple as that. And hopefully everyone learns from it.
And we have to learn. We have to set an example, and people that rat to the left need to be called out. Otherwise, they get away with it, and that means that behaviour will continue. So we're doing the right thing because we're basically nipping it on the bud and sending a message to anyone else who's thinking about leaking information or just making false claims.
Oh, the Dusty Bogan said he's.
We've got a super chat here.
Oh, is there? I can't even see him.
Yeah, the super chat. Just have a look. It's on the left hand side. You probably can't see it on your screen. It says Sucked in, Peter Grace, you pissed your pants, and someone delivered diapers. Who wrote that? I can't even read the name. Yeah, it's I won't read the name out. It's a bit rude, but yeah, it was $3, $333 actually.
Cool.
But, thanks for that super chat, guys.
$3,333.
No, $3.33, 333.
Oh,
PPP, I think.
free for triple P.
Yeah, thanks for that super chat, guys. I'll
Yeah,
we'll
thanks, mate. Thank you. Hey, I just wanted to put in the Dusty Bogan just said he's unsubscribing from all her shit. It's not on.
Well, Dusty is a good fella.
Correct.
He's a good
Dusty.
fella. It's that we don't want people to unsubscribe just based on this, guys.
Don't
So
hate her. Like, she's a woman. Women
I'm still subscribed to her. I'll still watch her stuff. I just don't comment on her stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Like, don't hate her. Like, we've had a. Don't hate. It's kind of complicated. Don't hate her, but just be careful. Yeah, just be careful what you tell people in the movement because, yeah.
Hypothetical. What if she does apologize? Let's just say a couple of days from now
if she apologizes, I'll let it go. But I'll always remember. Like,
I'll share her with my one subscriber on YouTube. That'll.
So basically, forgive but don't forget.
Yeah. Hey, sorry boys, I'm gonna have to go. I'm actually at a mate's house and he's got to go to sleep soon. So, I had to pop in because I live too far away from work at the moment. But thanks for having me on, Senator Slayer and Medi.
No worries, see you later, man.
All good, mate. All good.
And I'll catch up with you guys soon. And just stay true to the movement.
Too easy. Have a good one.
Yeah, sweet. Have a good one, mate. Thanks for coming on.
Right. See you, boys.
See you, mate. Bye.
Yeah, so it's like forgive but don't forget. That's
yeah, look, I don't hate the girl. This is I actually like Dia. Like she does have good qualities, but I just think she's too weak to be doing what she's doing. That's all I think. You know, I don't hate the girl. I don't. I've spent a lot of time with her. She seems nice, but you got to be careful who you associate with when you're in nationalism. You really do.
Okay. Do you want to read out St. Fox's super chat? He just sent us $14.88.
Oh, yeah, I'll read this. Do you want to read it out or do you want me to?
Well, I know Saint, so I'll read it out. It'll be an honour to read it out. Dia is a traitor. She is nothing but trouble. I don't trust anyone like that. Well said, Saint, and thanks for the $14.88. I don't know why it was so precise. I don't know what you're referring to there, but it's a weird number. I prefer next time you or whoever sends like $51. $51's a good number. Send us $51 next time, yeah? But $14 is a good start, so thank you.
Yeah, thanks, St. Fox. Desert Fox.
Desert Fox.
But anyway, yeah, like, to kind of get back into it, look, you know, politics isn't for everyone, yeah? And if you want to be controversial, you know, don't throw your mates under the bus, mate. Just, you know, we've always had her back, you know, at all times. When the left has been bothering her, we've always stuck up for her and given her some moral support. And, you know, now I'm not going to do a regular show, Philip Cunningham. I'm just doing a bit of a live tonight. I was inspired by the Dusty Bogan. And Marcia, I don't want to get involved in the arguments, blah, 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 blah. She said that like 6 times today.
Yeah.
Catch you later, Dusty. Have a good one. So, Stefan, do you want to chat for about another 5 minutes?
If you want.
All right. You got anything to say?
No, nothing much. Okay.
Yeah. Can you grow a full man beard?
I don't think so, man.
Why are you hairy, man? Tim's more hairy than you when you're Greek.
I prefer not to, man. I like myself clean shaven, you know. I look better. Makes my eye look better.
Beards get the chicks.
Yeah. What about yourself, man? How are you going?
Not bad, mate. Not bad. I was playing a bit of the video game before. Mate, I play this game. It's so sick, man. It's called Rust.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone out there, go watch Rust videos. They're the funniest. It's the funniest game you ever play. And you build your own base, like on like a server, yeah. And people put like signs on their base, like Trump 2020, like full toxic, man. Like the whole thing's toxic. You got Chinese, Russian people, and then they put it. I was on it yesterday. And some dude put a swastika flag on his base. Yeah, they're pretty funny.
Cool.
But yeah, that's all I've been doing. But yeah, just waiting for my court case, man. Just I sent out 8 subpoenas the other day for 8 more police officers. I've got 14 subpoenas.
Hold that thought. Can we read out the super chat from Fee 00061?
I think they said who they were before. I think that is who they say they were.
Well, we'll just read it out. So thanks, Fee 00061. They sent $5.99. Thank you so much. Thanks for doing this, guys. Had no idea about deal. No worries, mate. Now you know.
Oh, it's Luke. Yeah, that's right, Luke.
Cool.
Yeah, thanks for the super chat, mate. But yeah, I've got to get into this case, mate. Like 13 subpoenas I've had to serve. I went to court for a gay church for preaching the word of God. I get the email from Corrections Victoria. At the bottom of the page, what does it say? It has a gay flag. It says LGBTILI. I go into court. The judge has a short haircut. Chick. She doesn't strike me as heterosexual. She's got a homosexual sodomy flag on her desk. Mate, you know, it's like I'm fighting a boxing match against Saul. I can't win, man. I can't win, you know?
So I'll just quickly
don't show that, man. It's got a name on it. Yeah, be careful.
No, there's no name. It's all good. There's no name. Oh. It's just you know. But
it's pretty bright. Yeah, show it. Let it focus in. Now put it a bit closer. It's too white. Hey, we're getting a lot of views. We're getting a lot of views, mate. Like nearly 90 views. Does that beat Tim's record?
Oh, no, but it says LGBTILI there, so those who can't see. It's got the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander flag. So
yeah, and these LGBTI Gestapo police, man, these liaison officers.
The glows, mate, the glows.
Mate. They're best mates with the witnesses, man. They're all Facebook friends.
Yeah.
And they're good friends of politicians. It's like a whole mafia, bro. It's a secret society of gays. The gay mafia.
Gay mafia, bro.
The LGBTI mafia. They're coming after me, man.
They come from behind usually. That's their tactic.
They do like to come from behind. They do.
And those buttons, mate, they're actually dildos. They're actual dildos, you know?
That's disgusting. But like, yeah, they're coming after me, man, with everything. Like, you know. So when I get to court, man, I'm gonna be defending myself. If you just want to come down, have a laugh, come to court. Not it won't be this year. The trial will be like mid next year because of COVID. It's been pushed off till November. The second mention. But I'm going to be defending myself, mate. I've got a few good defenses. One of my defenses is I won't be too much of a smart. I'm playing in court.
I was wondering, were you planning on sort of telling people at some point, you know, on your social media channels, like the court dates? That way people come and support you. Are you open to that, or do you want to keep it private sort of thing?
Maybe not this one this year. Look, at the trial, come down, but like it's November 17, this case, and then the Muslim one's, I think, November 26. Don't bother coming this year because it's just it's like a mention. You'll probably have to wait all day, and then it'll be a brief like appearance. Yeah. It might be funny for you or entertaining, but I would wait because sometimes people talk to me. I'm trying to like remember shit, and they're like, "Oh, Erickson, what's going on, man? Let's go pub at lunch." I'm like, "Yeah, sweet," but I'm like trying to like focus and shit because I'm not a lawyer. You know, I don't know if you knew that, but I'm not really a trained lawyer. So I've got to, and I've only got like year 8 level education, so it's a lot for me. Yeah, it's very how do you say it? It's overwhelming to say.
Fair enough. But that said, you've cultivated a good support base, Neil. So maybe next year, I think it's worth just putting your court dates public because I'm sure there be people in Melbourne who want to come and support you. So for those watching, just keep an eye out for Neil's social media posts, and we'll let you know when those court cases will happen. Because at the end of the day, he's gone through a lot. He's spending a lot of time on this case, and he deserves the support. So, and he's all politically motivated. From the gay mafia, we've got to fight back against this. So I'd rather have Neil have a lot of support as opposed to going there by himself. So if you're available on the day, definitely come down.
Are you coming, Medi?
Depends on the day, but I'll probably make time for it, man.
You tell everyone else to come, but you're not coming.
Well,
that's a bit critical.
Once you tell me the dates,
What are you too busy?
I'll probably make
What do you got
time
to do?
for it.
What do you got to do?
I'm working for one. That's the first thing. But
Work.
if I know well in advance, I can chuck a sticky, you know. So that's what I'm telling you. Let me know.
Mate, you tell everyone else go to his court case, and you're not even coming.
Yeah,
I need to hold my briefcase.
Whatever, you know I'll be there, man. I've supported you.
I don't you'll be there because you just said no.
I've helped you in the past. I helped Blair, you know. I've been to plenty of court cases in my time. So
you go to Blair's case. You go to Blair's case. Everyone goes to Blair's case. But Blair, how do you think he done at his appeal? What do you reckon?
Well, I was there for 3 of the 5 days, and I was just so annoyed because I remember John Dalton, his lawyer, and Blair on the left side of the court, and then you had 5 lawyers from 2 different government departments on the right side of the court, and just felt so annoyed. I felt so annoyed because it was like the government against Blair, and it was just such an annoying trial. But he did well to defend himself. There wasn't much he could do. Unfortunately, the laws regarding discrimination, the RRTA, it's a low threshold. What constitutes racism in Australia and Victoria is very low. The threshold for what constitutes racism is very low. So he didn't really have a chance from the get-go. But he fought the good fight, and it was worth fighting because there was always a chance that he might win. But, unfortunately, it didn't work out for him. But at least he fought against it, and that's saying something about Blair.
Yeah, I appealed it, but, man, it was just like Blair's appealing it. It was separated. The cases were separated. So there's no point to all of us doing it. So that's when I pulled out. I just went, nah. I haven't got the money, man. And someone in the chat just said, don't defend yourself, get a lawyer. Dude, lawyers cost a shitload. I'm not joking. I spent like $30,000 on one of my cases many years ago. Like, it's a lot of money. It probably cost me 10, 20 grand. And all the subpoenas I'm doing, I have to pay more because it's a lawyer, yeah? So he's going to file them. Probably cost me like $100 each one, or maybe 200. That's, 1,300 plus him sitting in his office pushing pens around. Nah, I'm not paying for it. And it's not a very serious charge. If it was serious, I'd get a lawyer. But we'll see what happens.
Sometimes I wish there was like I had this imagination. I like imagining what Australia could be like in the future, and I had this thought that there should be like a right-wing law firm that only represents patriots, and they just do pro bono work and shit. I don't know. Some of it's be pro bono depending. It would be great if we set up a law firm where we get young nationalists to study law at Melbourne University and shit, and then those people defend us if we're ever in trouble. Wouldn't that be great? Like 5-10 years from now, to have a law firm that if you're in trouble with the law for anything, any nationalist can basically go to that law firm and get a good rate and get defended. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, I reckon. But mate, it's baby steps, man. Yeah, I don't know. It's just so stressful, man. It's so much work to do anything. To even get 10 nationalists together is fucking hard, man. Yeah. You're talking about actually starting a law firm with paperwork and shit. Jeez. You can't go drawing swastikas on all the paperwork, Yeah. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, so look, I still think Daniel Andrews is a weird-looking dude, man. And I think that has something to do with the way he treats Victorians. He was probably, like really ugly when he was younger. He probably had the, what is it called? The, like the ball in year 12, and probably no chick invited him to go with him. So that's probably why he's just angry and shit. And then when we did the Bendigo rallies, he's seen Blair's like a Chad with all the muscles and shit, all the chicks around him, and Daniel Andrews is like, nah, man, this guy's like, people like him used to like attack me at school, so I'm gonna, put in laws against them. That's what happened, Medi. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yes.
100%.
All right, well, I'll let you go. This is winding down, guys. It could be his missus allegedly ran over a kid in her car while she was drunk. That's another story. Did you hear about that?
Story for another time. I did hear about it, but story for another time.
No, but Medi, did you hear about it?
Yeah, I heard about it. 100% I heard about it.
She was like driving drunk, allegedly. Yeah. All right. I'm just trying to annoy Medi. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Don't get used to it. There won't be many more of these streams. And yes, it is okay. Love you all. Thanks for coming on, Medi.
No worries, man.
All right. Bye, guys.
See you later.